What's going on, everybody? Cigar Show Tim here, and I have got a product from Xifei Accessories to check out, unbox, and let you know my honest thoughts of. I don't have an acrylic humidor currently in my collection. I've never owned one, so this is new territory for me, and I'm excited to dig into it. I was recently talking with Xifei, and they said they would love to send out a product for me to review and check out. So I'm going to open up, unbox, and show you everything about the Xifei Acrylic Cigar Humidor. All right, so let's unbox this and see what it is all about. Very simple box, says cigar on it. Cigar humidor on both sides, and you get a picture. There you go. So as we open it up, we have got bubble wrap and an instruction card about how to season the acrylic humidor and ideal, about the hygrometer, ideal settings for all that. So if you're a new cigar smoker or brand new to it, not familiar with how to properly humidify your cigars, that'll help you out. Very nice. Okay, so what we've got here, let's get rid of all that. You can see here, this is what it looks like. It's clear. There's a hygrometer on top. It's an analog one. We'll see how well that does. And then a couple of brass hinges on the back, you can see there. And it's just a little latch that opens up, and it does have a rubber gasket inside here. You can see right there, got a rubber gasket. So very nicely put together. So let's look here and see what we've got. This here, you're probably gonna go, Tim, what in the world is that? Is it you? Peekaboo. I know, that was dumb. But this goes in here. Well, let me show you what's in the rest of this. So this is basically to refill the sponge or the humidification system that is in here. So it's a little suction needle. And then there is this here, let's close that up, which is what you put your hydration solution in. Distilled water, some people use the polyglycol with water, different things. My recommendation is just straight distilled water. So there's that, and that is made to just sit in here, would be my anticipation. And this we don't need right now. And then from what I saw when you look on their Amazon listing, you look at it, this goes in straight, and it is intended to be straight so you can separate your cigars out. So let me show you here. It goes in like that, so you can separate out your cigars. And then it closes, and it's got the latch right there, which you can see. And you got to put down some pressure. You can see that it wants to have a little bit of resistance. That's good because it's going to have a nice tight seal. And then latch it shut. So I'm going to load this up, and it holds 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This, well, not says, but it's got holes for 18 different cigars. So let me get 18 different cigars, load this up, and we'll see how it does. And then what I'm going to do is take note of the analog hygrometer that's on here. Probably not going to be the best choice for it, but let's see how accurate it is compared to the digital ones that I use. It's sitting just under 40% relative humidity at this point, so we'll throw in one of my digital ones and see how it compares. So here we go. All right, so it's been about 12 hours now. I know, looks the same, morning, nighttime, yes. But what I've done is I have loaded it up with cigars. You can see it's got cigars all right there, but I have put one of the digital hygrometers that I use in all of my humidors in it so that I can compare how it reads to the analog one that's right there that you can see. As you can see, it's just below 40%, saying about 39% relative humidity, and the one here is saying 53% relative humidity with temperature about 74 degrees. So I'm going to leave this for a day or two and come back, and we'll see how it does. We'll see what it's like with the humidity. How is it holding? How does the hygrometer compare to a different one? It says on the instructions here that the hygrometer does come pre-calibrated and does not require preparatory regulation, meaning any adjustments. So it is nice that they included this whole information sheet that's right here so that you can be as prepared as possible or getting this ready to store your cigars. And again, it stores 16 cigars. I've got 16 various different cigars loaded into it, as you can see. Right here. All around to the side, back side, all the cigars that are in there, and there, and there, back in the front. So you can see that digital hygrometer, 53% again. Analog one is showing it right there at about 39% still. So that's where it is. I'll come back in a day, day and a half, 2 days, and we'll see how it's doing. The humidification bar is at the bottom of this. I don't know if you could notice that before, that black bar that's right here. That is the humidification little sponge that it came with. I have not added any additional humidification systems to it, any packets. I like to use Integra Boost. I haven't added anything to it, so we'll see how it does. It does say to humidify it, and when it gets to 70 or 65 to 75% relative humidity, to load it with cigars. I know these cigars are well humidified, so I put them in already to see how it adjusts, what it does, and it should help this acrylic humidor adjust and get the humidity range that it needs pretty quickly. So here we go. Okay, everybody, it's been about 24 hours. I put the distilled water into the little humidification little sponge trough that I'm usually not a big fan of at all, but I wanted to do it the way that they packaged it and sent it out to see how well it works. So with putting the distilled water into its tray where it belongs, setting that in, and then letting it sit, I was really impressed, actually. Let me switch cameras here and show you. If you look at the top here, you can see that the hygrometer that's on it is showing that it is roughly about 72% relative humidity. And if you look at the digital one that I use in everything that I have, right there, it shows 74%. So 74, and with what that's at right there, you can see that it is pretty stinking close. It may be about 73 or 74% relative humidity in there. So really nice to see that an analog hygrometer is matching up with the digital ones that I have tested. I've put in a 69% humidity pack. It reads it at 69%. So those comments that may come in that say, well, how do you know? That's how I know I have tested the digital hygrometer. And so I have right now one short, because frankly I had that cigar earlier today. But I have 17 cigars in here of the 18 spaces that it has. And I got to tell you, I have been quite impressed with it, how it is holding humidity, how it is doing with the hygrometer that's on it, and all the different things. It is really solidly built and put together. I actually really like how it's got the brass fittings for it, as far as the latch and all of that there. And then if you look at the back, the hinges for it. I like how well it's put together and the construction overall of it. So when you look at getting an acrylic humidor, there are two main things you want to keep in mind. One, does it have a tight seal? And two, keep it away from sunlight, windows, all of those different things, because the UV light can damage your cigars and degrade them over time. So those are the two main things. This here in my studio, I don't have a single window because I can control all the lighting. It just makes it that much easier for me with what I'm doing, with my content, with everything. And so this Xifei Acrylic Humidor that holds 18, and yes, you could probably take the wooden tray, the cigar holder out and lay them in, and you could probably get, I guess, maybe 20 cigars in there. I haven't tested it, 25 maybe, depending on the size that they are. And you could probably fit more than obviously what is in here, all spaced out and spread out the way it is. And you can see how it's spaced out right there. So overall, I think this is a fantastic acrylic humidor. If you are just getting into cigars and you're like, okay, I don't want to dump a whole bunch of money into a desktop wooden one of the display case ones where they have the different shelves with the glass doors. I definitely don't want to invest the money in something like a thermoelectric because I'm just not ready to make that large of a commitment yet. Then honestly, I would highly recommend this Xifei Acrylic Cigar Humidor. There's going to be a link in the notes down below where you can go and get yours. It is phenomenally priced. This right here, if there's no discount code available, meaning that they offer it through the shop, it is like $27. It is a great worthwhile investment in your cigars if you're just starting out. If they do have the discount code or the discount checkbox that's there, I think you can save like 20 or 30%. So it's a no-brainer at that point. It really is. And honestly, this is one where if you're going on a really long trip and you've got room in your suitcase because you're making it a driving trip, a road trip, that's what I was looking for, a road trip. If you're making it a road trip, then this is definitely something you could just shove into your bag with all your stuff and just hit the road. So those have been my thoughts on the Xifei Acrylic 18 count Cigar Humidor. I'm going to put down below what you should search for on Amazon to purchase it. But again, highly recommend it. I want to thank the team from Xifei for reaching out to me and wanting to send this my way for me to check out. They knew that they were going to get their my honest input, my honest opinion, and I've reviewed other humidors in the past, if you've watched my channel for any amount of time, that are desktop style that I've said that I really don't care for. So it's my honest opinion. Go and check it out. I highly recommend it. You can go down in the information below and see where you can get yours. If you do order one, come back and leave a comment and let me know. How did setup go? How are you enjoying it? I am tempted to put one of my, usual humidification packs in it and see how well it holds humidity. But I honestly want to see how long this will go before it needs to have more distilled water added to it, because I just like to figure those things out. So go and check it out. The Xifei 18 count cigar acrylic humidor is definitely something I can recommend. And honestly, it's a classy looking piece. The way that it's all put together, very well done. So that's going to do it for my review of the Xifei Acrylic Cigar Humidor. But go and check it out for yourself. And above all else, enjoy your cigar journey, everybody. I'm Cigar Show Tim. As always, I'll see you.